Binge the full week of The Ray Taylor Show ad-free over at patreon.com/inspired disorder.
What you manifest in your mind, you can bring to reality.
This is my top 5 songs I love by artists I don't. This comes from episode 247 of All Fantasy Everything. Go subscribe to that podcast. That episode is not them just doing their top 5s in this category of idea topic, but they draft them. So, it's a competition show where I'm just ranking. But I love the topic, so I took the topic from All Fantasy Everything 247. Go check out their podcast, and it's one of my favorite. But this is my list. There's for sure songs that are controversial, that people are probably going to be angry at me. Some of these picks, people are going to be happy with me. But these are songs that I love these songs, but the band themselves, like the rest of the songs that these bands have made or artists have made, I'm not into. But this is one song where it's just like, how could I not? This is great. So let's start off with my number 5. The song is I Wish by Skee-Lo. You have to be a certain age to know who this artist is. This was an artist that came out, had this is like a one-hit wonder song. I was 13, I think, when it came out. This is like 94, I believe. And very popular on the radio. I listen to the radio all the time. That summer after school, that summer break, my goal was to win a competition on the radio show. So they'd have competitions, giveaways, all that kind of stuff. My goal that summer was to win something. And one day I called in and I won. It was just one that you just had to call in. You didn't have to answer a question, I don't think. You just had to call in. And I won a SeaWorld coloring book. The excitement on my voice was pungent. They knew I did not like that gift. I was not very happy. Now I was 13, so I probably didn't have the most mature voice. So they're like, "Oh, a kid's calling in. We'll give him a kid gift." But no, I was 13. I wasn't 3. I wasn't like a child wanting to color a SeaWorld coloring book. So the DJs, in an effort to make me happy, gave me Skee-Lo, a cassette of Skee-Lo, by the way. This was before CDs. Cassettes were how I consumed all of my music. Cassettes and the radio. I would request songs from that radio station to be played, and I would record them on a cassette player at home. So I had the radio station on speed dial, which is one of the few buttons on the phone that was plugged into the wall. But yeah, so Skee-Lo, they gave me Skee-Lo, which I enjoyed the music video. I myself played basketball. I played pickup basketball. My best friend is a very short person, and he played basketball as well. So I kind of tangentially related to the song in a lot of ways, because Skee-Lo is, the whole song is about wishing to be a little bit taller, wish he was a baller, wish he had a girl who looked good, I would call her, wish I had a rabbit in a hat with a bat in a 6'4" Impala. I love that song. But the rest of this, I don't remember. I tried listening to other songs of his, and I don't remember any of them, even though I had the cassette and probably listened to it a lot. I Wish is the only song. And then he kind of disappeared. I looked him up for this. I looked him up, and I think he put an album out kind of recently, a few years ago. So, but I don't know. I don't know what happened to him. Didn't look too deep into it because I really only loved that one song of his. But that was my gift that one summer. I accomplished my goal. I had gotten a prize from the radio station, and due to my complete lack of excitement with the SeaWorld coloring book, I got the runner-up prize of Skee-Lo, which wasn't a runner-up. They were just trying to be nice because I was a kid. But Skee-Lo, yeah, I Wish. And for the audio version of this show, I'm going to be putting in the songs, I think. I'm going to try to. Yeah, I don't even know if I can do that. So moving on now to number 4. My number 4 favorite song that I love from an artist I do not love. And song is a memory of mine when I first moved out and got my first legitimate apartment with a legitimate roommate. And the song was very popular at the time on MTV. That song is "It's Been a While Since I've Been Holding My Head Up High. It's been a while. It's Been a While" by Stained. Kind of an acoustic song from a band that was like from the like kind of quote unquote new metal scene. There's a lot of bands around that time. This video would come on MTV. It'd be on the radio a lot. Like Three Doors Down was a popular band at the time. So anyway, it's been a while. It's a song, and then I again tried to listen to I don't remember any of the other songs from the band, and I don't, they're all kind of the generic kind of I don't know, like new metal rock of the early 2000s. But I love that song. It's their slow kind of ballad song, which is a similar trend in this list you will see. But yeah, I really do enjoy that song, and I relisted all these songs just to make sure. But it was definitely a song at the time I really loved, and still love it. Don't really listen to it that much. But as far as the catalog of Stained, It's Been a While is at the top of the only one that I enjoy from that band. And maybe they've done other stuff. I just didn't get into all of them. But anyway, let's move on. So that's my number 4. My number 3 favorite song from an artist I don't like is Virtual Insanity. And it's not that I don't like Jamiroquai. It's not like I didn't like Stained. I just didn't have the love, or Skilo either. It's just I didn't have a little love for any of their other songs that I had for this song. So it's not like I don't like them as an artist. I appreciate them. It's just I couldn't get into it. Maybe this should have been more guilty pleasure list on some level, but this is where my mind was at when I made this list. And it made the most sense because I do love Virtual Insanity. The video is amazing. Jamiroquai. It's got that kind of like groovy, jazzy kind of song. Not the greatest song either. I listened to it. The extended version of the song isn't that great. It kind of just peters off into an instrumental that just way too long. I don't know. But I do love the video is amazing. The video is amazing. But I don't remember even getting into their music back then. It was that thing that one song was amazing, mostly for the video. If I didn't see the video of Virtual Insanity, I probably wouldn't have been as big of a fan of the song anyway. But I did like it. I mean, the song itself is great. So yeah, number 3, Virtual Insanity. Made out. Virtual insanity is what we're living in. Well, we all live underground. Oh, nothing is nothing. But we all live underground. Well, it's virtual insanity. It's the virtual reality. Oh, it's so bad. Right? There you go. You don't need to listen to it. I did it for you. So that's number 3, Virtual Insanity from Jamiroquai. Number 2, my number 2 favorite song that I love from an artist I'm not a fan of. And I love this song, man. Number 2, song from childhood, right? I don't know exactly when it came out, but the song is More Than Words from the band Extreme, which is a generic kind of hair metal band from the 80s, 90s, I think. And this was another slow ballad song of theirs that I just loved. I loved this song so much. I still love it today. It's a beautiful song, but it doesn't sound like anything else they do. And that's why it's a song that I love. But the rest of the work they do, it's generic, not interested. But yeah, More Than Words. More than words is all I have to do to make it real. That you didn't have to say that you love me like I love you. Love, la di da la la. More than words. Welcome. Great song. I love that song so much. But the band, nothing. It's weird. It's weird how different this song is to the rest of their music. All right, last but not least, my most controversial pick. The number one song I love. But the rest of the work this artist has done, I just don't get it. I don't get it. People love it. People love it, but I don't get it. I don't get it. But this song I love. This song I love, and it's sad because it's like I think it's even a song that the band itself doesn't like because it's not representative of their music. Make sure I get a sip to fully let everybody know that my number one pick is Creep by Radiohead. I am not a fan of Radiohead. Just the age I was when they got popular, I wasn't into kind of that melodramatic. I mean, they're beautiful. It's beautiful music. It's just way too slow, way too like low key for me. I was into angrier stuff, poppier stuff. I was into like pop punk and ska and rap rock and all that. Like I wasn't anywhere near. Like, maybe if I was older when Radiohead started popping off, I would have gotten into them. But it was never my jam. I just couldn't. I wanted to. I've tried multiple times to go and listen to Radiohead because they have so many fans. They're so well regarded, but I just can't get into it. However, Creep is amazing. I mean, Creep is just that chung chung, chung chung, is that sound is iconic. Just that sound. I mean, then you add on all the lyrics and the song itself. It's a great song. I really love it. I don't think the band loves it. I think it's because it's so different. It is kind of more their grungier, rockier type of a thing, which is not really their style. But I love it, man. And it's really the only Radiohead song that I love. It's just they're too whiny and like, I don't know. And I got into emo stuff, but there's still like movement. I think it just hit me at the wrong time. I think if Radiohead, which is weird because I tried to listen to them recently and it's just, I don't know, for whatever reason, it just doesn't hit me, which is a bummer. I feel bad about it. I feel like I should want to like Radiohead, but I can't. I only like Creep. That is the only song of theirs that I like. And not that the other ones are bad. It's just they don't like affect me in the same way. I don't own any Radiohead albums because I'm not into it. But I'd listen to Creep. I love that song. That's a hard song, man. And I have a lot of respect for Radiohead. Like, as artists, I can understand that they are good at their craft, and they've probably pushed a lot of boundaries in the form, but it's just not music that I'm... Like, some people are, like, grossed out by the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and that's, like, my favorite band. So I can understand... I think creatively they're amazing, and, but I understand people's criticism for them. I stop hating on people for talking shit about Chili Peppers. But, yeah, Radiohead, I can respect what they do. But Creep is the only jam that I truly love. So that's my number one, Creep. So let's show my list one more time. My top 5 songs I love by artists I don't. Number 5 is I Wish by Skilo. Number 4, It's Been a While by Stained. Number 3, Virtual Insanity by Jamiroquai. Number 2, More Than Words by Extreme. And my number one song I love by an artist I don't is Creep by Radiohead. Please send all your hate mail to my comments below. Please tell me what your top 5 songs you love are that you don't love the artist. Let me know what your top 5 list is. Make sure you go subscribe to All Fantasy Everything and listen to them draft their favorite songs by artists that they hate. That's episode 247 of All Fantasy Everything. Shout out to all those guys. I love you. And until next Saturday, that's been my top 5. Get yourself some amazing coffee over at stationhousecoffee.com and follow Station House Coffee on Instagram. That's your place for small batch, single origin, premium coffee brewed in Thetford Center, Vermont, shipped directly to you. Go now to stationhousecoffee.com and order yourself some amazing coffee. And don't forget to follow Station House Coffee. New episodes of The Ray Taylor Show come out every single day. Subscribe on IGTV, YouTube, and everywhere else podcasts are found. Binge the full week ad-free over at patreon.com/Inspired Disorder. Buy Ray Taylor Show merch over at inspireddisorder.com and follow the show on Instagram at Ray Taylor Show. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Peace out!